Today I'm going to discuss with you my top three non-negotiable activities for reactive dogs to make them less reactive. Now I'm here with Mila, who is not reactive with me anymore. I will show you we're not alone. I've got my group here, and all of these dogs, all 5 of them, started training with me because of reactivity issues. All 5 of them had reactivity issues, seeing dogs on walks, mainly leash reactivity, barking and lunging at them. So the fact that they're now all in a pack doing awesome shows that these methods work, even though you don't see them popping off anymore. Like, I don't need that proof of a dog barking its head off to show you this dog was reactive. So, number 1 activity is loose leash walking. If your dog cannot walk on a loose leash when there is nothing going on, then you've already lost the battle for reactivity. Because pressure on a leash like that causes frustration. And the more frustrated your dog is, the worse the leash reactivity gets. It also shows you have no control of your dog in your dog's perception, right? If your dog is just dragging you from side to side everywhere, it shows to your dog that the dog is in control. And then when you actually come across a situation where you need to be in control, where your dog needs to trust you, your dog has this perception of you that you can't do that because I'm always in charge of the walk. So now I have to fix this problem because I don't think you can do it. And having a really good loose leash walk is the first step to that. Now you're gonna get, oh, my dog walks perfectly except when. Okay, cool. So let's start practicing those except whens. Right, I'm right now, I don't know if you can hear it, next to a pond full of frogs. That's hard for these dogs. Yeah, we actually rarely walk here, yet I can walk her nicely in this situation because I've practiced it and I've really focused on doing this when there is no distractions around first in lots of different locations. I don't go practicing loose leash walking next to a dog park or where I know there's going to be a ton of off leash dogs, because then I set myself and my dog up to fail. And I don't like to do that. All right. So that is my first non negotiable loose leash walking, because you will find if you walk in the way that I do, which is with your dog slightly behind you, using body pressure and spatial pressure, that your dog already starts to trust you. Because what happens is your dog is behind you, so now I can protect my dog from whatever it is they're worried about. Or I can stop them very effectively from lunging and barking and telling them, hey, this is inappropriate, we don't do that. So that's number 1. The second really important exercise for me is engagement with your dog. If your dog is completely checked out and does never pay attention to you and just drags you into the bushes because everything else is more fun, then why would your dog pay attention to you when it matters? Yeah? So things like, look, yes, is really important to me, because I know this is not going to fix the reactivity, but it is going to help make navigating hard situations easier. Another one would be the go get it game. Yes, that's it. And I have a whole bunch of other ones which I'll link in the description so you can go and look at those as well. So that's another really good one. An engaged dog with you. It's like incompatible behaviors. Your dog can't also look at a dog over there and in your eyes. It's impossible. And then the last one that is super, super, super important is impulse control. What does that mean? Most dogs that are reactive, especially the overexcited reactive dogs that are friendly off leash but not on leash, have a lack of impulse control. They don't know how to stop, think, and then decide. All they want to do is go, 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 right? And that's why they're reactive. So teaching them how to relax, how to wait, how to observe and just chill is super important. So one of them would be sit on the dog, where you just hang out and teach the dog that we're not doing anything now for half an hour or an hour, right? And you start this at home. But also teaching them impulse control around food, which Mila doesn't have. Yeah, so, oh, she's not too bad. Yeah, so can she leave that alone? If she can't, then you have a problem. Or Mila, come, sit. Good, leave it. Yeah, if your dog can't do that and they're running after it, you have an impulse control problem. And if your dog isn't into food, but they are into toys and balls and that kind of stuff, you can still use that. Yeah, you don't have to use food. Or say your dog jumps on people. Like, all of that is a lack of impulse control. So instead of looking, Mila, she sees that treat cup. Yes, good. So instead of looking for the magic solution, we don't have a magic solution. There is no one exercise that is going to fix your reactive dog, but it's like building blocks. Yeah, so we put loose leash walking together with impulse control and with engagement, and you see that your relationship goes up, the trust in your dog goes up, and then you get a better dog, a dog that is able to manage better. And that goes for the majority of the dogs. Maybe not the dogs that have had 6 bite incidents and are like super explosive. Like, honestly, I think you need a professional dog trainer for those anyway. That is not something you can fix if you are not an actual dog trainer. But the majority of dogs that I see that have leash reactivity problems, they need loose leash walking, impulse control, and engagement work. So that is the magic combination to me. Yeah, so even though you might say, and I get a lot of shitty comments on other videos, like, these techniques don't work. Well, they do, but what you are maybe looking for is something that works in one day, in all situations. And it's not going to be that way. You're going to have to start this in a boring space like we're in. Well, it's not boring, but it's quiet. And then maybe go to a slightly busier place, and then a slightly busier place. And then you're going to have shitty days where it looks like none of it worked. And then the next day goes great. Yeah, so that is the process of reactivity training. So hopefully that's helpful. I'm going to list a whole bunch of exercises in the comments that you can go and watch that I use that might help you in your dog training. Feel free to post any questions or comments. I love to answer them. And then feel free to subscribe if this was useful to you. Make sure to pet your dog and have an awesome day.